Well, as you might be able to see, it's raining outside. So this is Mustang Week Car Show, day number 2. We are staged in the same area that we started day 1 at. And I got here a little bit later than yesterday, but quite honestly, wasn't in a huge hurry because, well, both cars were judged yesterday, and they only get one go around according to the judges. So it's not like it's pressed for time to get here. My only concern was really just try to get back into a similar spot, because I think it helps to add to the viewing of the cars when you're in a certain location versus being stuck in the middle of the field somewhere where you're just kind of lost in the sauce. And so I had what I would consider prime real estate yesterday for both the ladies, and it was right up in the front row, right next to the CJ Pony Parts booth, and they get a ton of participants that come through and do their their little carny type games and whatnot, the giveaways. They spin the wheel, get shirts, pens, hats, posters, gift cards, whatever else they're giving away, for the viewers and the participants that come through to look at the car show and whatnot. So was kind of hoping that get stuck in a very similar location, and then it makes it easier to get out of there too when it's time for the show to get to finish and close up and whatnot. So you're not trying to fight with waiting in the line, looking like a trail of ants, trail of tears in that sense, I guess. But anyway, so I got here, I don't know, almost quarter after, not quite, it's a little bit before then. So I've been sitting here since about 5:15. It's about 6:05 now, and we are still, other than the staff, the only vehicle that I've seen show up, minus one that drove right on in, and I'm gonna assume that they're part of one of the vendors, because typically they won't drive right all the way up through. Most of them will stop back where we typically stop on day 1, because they're just not that courageous to just roll right on through. You'll usually get turned around. So I don't know, that's where we're at. We're just kind of waiting to see. I've had 2 of the staff walk by and make sure that I wasn't VIP, and so that's why I said I parked on the same side as yesterday, because, well, this is where the standard group was at, and VIP was off to the right of the car where I'm parked at. So I was like, yep, I thought it was a safe assumption to do what we did yesterday. And they're like, oh, good job, stand by. So we're standing by, but I suspect we'll start rolling in about an hour like we did yesterday, and hopefully there's more cars. I mean, the rain is supposed to end around 9 a.m. or so this morning, so per the weather forecast, we've only got about 3 more hours of moisture in the air coming down from the skies. So hopefully it doesn't squelch the participation for day number 2 of the car show, because yeah, I mean, a lot of great cars to look at, and I know people work on Fridays during the week because it's the work week. So I think that's part of the appeal of the 2-day show, is it still gives everybody the opportunity to come in on the second day and see all the cars that were presented on the first day. So just got a visit from one of the event staff guys. It's now 6:45, and he's like, yeah, so thanks for being here. He's like, you were the only one seemingly, because I'm still the only one in the parking lot, except now one just showed up behind me, so now there's 2 of us. But he's like, yeah, you're the only one that seemingly followed instructions and was here on time. He's like, rain scares off people apparently. I was like, yeah, they're wusses. He's like, last year we were parking people on downpour. I was like, oh, I remember, I was here. I was like, and this year I came prepared, because I brought extra shoes and multiple shirts, as far as being able to change into some dry clothes, because last year we ended up going into Bass Pro Shops there and buying a whole new outfit, because Yeah, man, it was just miserable, man. We were soaked, absolutely soaked, because it wasn't like a normal rain like it is today. It was a like monsoon. It was ridiculous. Just, yeah. This is a much better year so far weather-wise. But he's like, well, we should start parking people here in about 45 minutes or so. It was like, well, this will be rough because, I mean, you're not going to have a long line if it stays this way. It's just one car so far. Well, it is 7:07, and now they are staging. So, hey, this is great news. See him? Amazing.
All right. Day 2, Mustang Week Car Show 2024. Car show has officially started because it kicks off at 10, so that was 15 minutes ago. And yeah, as you can see, there's a few people here, although a lot of them didn't show up until probably well after 8:30 because they all got freaked out by the rain. Oh my God, my car could get wet. Anyway, so we're gonna walk around. I didn't do as detailed of a job of detailing Rhonda and getting her ready for day 2, but they don't grade day 2, and yeah, rain is, it's still, it's spitting, so we're not really doing a whole lot to overly stage the car and put all the signage out so everything can get wet or warped or whatever. And so she's wiped down, she's presentable, she's clean. Windows are up because, again, I don't want a wet seat when I go to sit down and drive back to the hotel tonight. So it is what it is. But I hope the spectators that come in and look at all the cars that are on display today enjoy what they see. My car, other cars, even though the weather looks like it's trying to be temperamental. But hopefully it holds out. I mean, it's saying that the storm system is supposed to have moved on after 9 o'clock. So, I mean, God willing, we should have clear skies, or dry skies, maybe not clear, but dry skies for the rest of the afternoon. So, and if it continues that way, then I'll bring out the signage and I'll put the rest of the display up that I normally would put up. But right now, we're just going to hold off until, that spittingness goes away completely, because right now it'll spit for a little bit and then it stops. It spits for a little bit and it stops. And so it is what it is. But we're going to walk around. So let's go check out and see if we can see some new rides. Here's one that was not here yesterday. I talked to this car owner, and he just drove in from Virginia Beach area. So that's pretty cool. Another one that was not here yesterday. This owner is a young kid. I would say he's probably mid-20s, maybe late 20s at best. His 73 Mach 1, the original 351 motor in it. Hasn't done much to it, but he hasn't owned the car long yet either. He's still working on ideas, is what he said when he and I talked this morning, which is pretty cool because, I mean, Mustangs are a blank canvas, really. You can do a lot of things with them. But he drove up. Somebody else that was not here yesterday because they don't have the placard. Oh, the boss was here, though. Many others, including a bunch of high-dollar gift cards. This is the husband's car to this. That's the wife's car. So this car was not in the show yesterday, but obviously it was in the area because here it is. CJ Pony Parts, always busy. They're having an animal rehoming, if you will. So if you're, in the market and you're looking to have a family member added, then they're waiving the adoption fees on the dogs that they have brought out, hoping to find forever homes for those. So if you're interested, come on down. There's one of the poochies. Look at him. He's so cute. Oh, it's a she. Not a he, it's a she. Cute poochie. This is her first time here. I talked with this owner, and she was very nice, and it's her first Mustang, and she's hoping to upgrade in the future, but She's got a lot of ideas for that one. The car's name is Meg, by the way. Ooh, there's a sexy Mach 1. Man, what a good looking color. It's the 2019 model right there. Yeah, there's we're almost to the, I'm not going to say the end, but there's a cutoff before we got to jump down to the next section of cars, because that's how many people did not show up today due to the weather. So, I mean, sometimes car owners can be such Nancy's. That's what we're going to call them, Nancy's. People act like their car have never seen rain or snow or whatever. Newsflash, that's Eric. He's the head man that runs the joint, in charge of the Mustang Week committee. He's a cool guy. But owners act like they've their car's never seen inclement weather. Oh, the car's never been in the rain. It's never been in the snow. Blah 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 blah. You know what? When it sits on the Ford lot up there in Dearborn, or if it happens to come out of the assembly plant that Ford owns in the Kansas City area, guess what? Before it gets shipped, and even when it gets shipped and put on a on a line haul, it sees rain. It probably sees snow at some point, depending on when it's shipped. So you're not special. It's just a car. The car will wipe down. You can clean it. There's a Stage 1 Roush Mustang. Grabber Blue. So the Stage 1s, for the viewers that don't know the difference in the trim levels, Stage 1 is the EcoBoost Roush Mustang. And then they used to have what they call a Roush RS, which was the V6 version. And really what you're getting is those motors with the Roush body kit to them. It's not a lot of upgrades. I mean, they do upgrade the interior, the Roush badging, so on and so forth, but nothing performance-wise. And then the Stage 2s are your V8s with the body kit, badging, interior upgrades. If it's on a year where, you know, where the active exhaust was available, it will come with active exhaust, stuff like that. And then the Stage 3s are where you get into essentially a complete rebuild of the car. So the Stage 3s are the supercharged variants. And when they end up at Roush as a GT Mustang, when they start out at Roush as a GT Mustang, Roush will strip them down. And I've seen it in person, essentially strip it down about to the frame, and then they rebuild so many aspects of the car, to include the entire engine, because they have to fit it and make sure that everything is good to go and the supercharger is installed. And so they're upgrading cooling and all sorts of things to make sure that, you know, your car is going to be fit and ready to go and stand up to whatever type of driving conditions you are going to attempt to put her through. So, I mean, that's a big part of Roush's marketing is word of mouth, quite honestly. So they want to maintain their strong reputation, which makes complete and perfect sense. So as you can see, this entire area yesterday was completely full of cars. This is what the rain does to these people. It's like telling the kid there's a boogeyman in your closet. They scatter. They scatter. I remember seeing that beauty there yesterday. There's the Grogu and Mandalorian green Mustang there, Gen 6. So this is where the VIPs parked. I learned today, after talking with the staff, that apparently this is considered VIP because it's next to the registration tent, which I guess is, in the staff's mind, is the prime real estate. However, I would argue that this is not where you want to be, per se. You want to be up near the booths that the vendors that are the most frequented. So, like CJ Pony Parts up where Rhonda's at, had a line from the beginning of the day all the way through the end of the day yesterday. There was never not about 100 people standing around that booth. And so the car got a shit ton of attention, as did everything else that was in that front row because of where it was sitting. And so I would argue that, places like CJ Pony Parts, the Ford tent, the Shelby tent, those bigger areas like that, that's the prime location. There's another Roush Mustang on the end. I think this one's an RS2. It is. Got a nice wrap on that car. Whoop. We saw him yesterday. And way over there in the distance, you can see him. There's the Fox bodies. We'll walk over there and give them a rattle. So here's all the Fox bodies, and what they do on Saturday for the Fox body group is they do they do a cruise in. So the cruise in is a registration type event. I would say that's just unique to the Fox body, the 4th gen platform, because, well, they don't do that for anybody else. The 550s, the S197s, none of that. None of those cars, the 1st gens, the 2nd gens, nobody gets that cruise in luxury as a group, which is kind of neat. So that's something unique that they do for the Fox body group. But yeah, it's slim pickings today, folks. We have basically hit the end of the cars that have arrived for the show for day 2. I would imagine as the day goes on that we're going to see others finally arrive and get staged and whatnot. But because this is obviously, again, not the graded portion of the car show. This is just the display and the fun times, and go and socialize with the vendors and purchase parts and anything else you may want to do to your car. Yeah, well, let's go see what we can find as far as vendors, because I know there's a couple of them that are selling some flat bottom steering wheels, and those have been catching my eye for quite some time. Here's the UPR products. They've got a whole bunch of stuff, from keychains to crankshafts to strut towers to brace bars. I mean, rear ends, they got everything. Air intakes. Ooh, there's Casper. At least I think that's Casper. Mustang Week is a great time to pick up some stuff, merch included, because it's usually on sale. So if you need car parts for your Mustang or your F-150, or some of them even here, not just to the Ford community, but like the steering wheel groups, companies that are out here that sell those flat bottoms, they'll do it for all the cars, Camaros, Dodges. I mean, so it's a good place to come on out and get a deal. I know there's one booth that's running 25% off their flat bottoms. So their flat bottom carbon fiber with the digital display built into the steering wheel itself is $1,000, is what they were telling me yesterday. And through the end of today only, it's 25% off. So that's $750 for that steering wheel. That's insane. We're definitely going to go talk to them, because I may be ordering one of those before I leave here today. Because normally that's $1,200, $1,300. Competition Auto. They're based out of Fayetteville, Spring Lake, I think, technically, but Fayetteville area, North Carolina. VMP. VMP speaks for itself. Everybody knows VMP. Modify Mustang, MMS.com. They do have some pretty cool stuff in there. Headlights, taillights, valve covers, a whole bunch of stuff. Rims. We're definitely going to make a stop there, because I told you I love their products. So we're about ready to stock up the garage with some more Jax Wax. So here's some of the Jax Wax line. Again, man, it's amazing stuff. I'll tell you what I got. I got that ceramic shampoo. I didn't share that with you last time, but I do have it, and I use it. I wash all my vehicles with it. The body shine, obviously, I've got. Rapstar I've got. Jack's Ultimate I've got. That's another tire cleaner that you have to dilute. I think I said that yesterday. Super Blue is amazing. Oh, look, she's getting the she's getting the complimentary package.
Holds a gallon of water. That's a lot.
That's a lot of water. You could probably wipe down an F-150 with that. Yeah, good stuff. I'm telling y'all, go on jackswax.com. They're a company based out of Florida. Get your stuff. They're better than Chemical Guys. And I love Chemical Guys too. I'm just saying, you can't go wrong with either company, but Jack's Wax is, man, they're where it's at. We are here at the 10 Composites tent, and they do a plethora of stuff. So you can see their carbon fiber made steering wheels with both the digital display and the non-digital displays. They got some really cool, like, Deadshot looking masks from, I don't know, the DC Comics era. Carbon fiber baseball bats. And this sucker feels like it weighs about as much as a styrofoam cup. That's amazing. Wallets that'll keep your information safe. Some, I would say brass knucks, but they're not really brass. They're carbon fiber knucks. But still, they look painful. So, who we got? What's your name, sir?
My name's Kai.
Kai, can you tell us a little bit about your product and
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
give us a little spiel?
We make the everything carbon fiber, so all the small stuff, the idea all come from the customer. Okay, so we can make everything carbon fiber. Yeah. So next time I will show us like a carbon fiber toilet.
So a complete custom order then.
Yeah, of course. Also, we can make the one part for the old cars.
Wow.
Yeah, carbon fiber. It's really easy, you know, to send the original part to us with 3D sensor, got the information, and just make it.
That's fantastic. Are you guys based here in locally or
With Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas?
Yeah.
Good old American made. Texas makes everything better. Well, I super appreciate it, man. I'm looking forward to the order that I just placed. So, what does it take delivery time? About 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or is it longer than that?
Just 30 days.
Oh, man, that's like
Actually,
quick
it's,
turnaround. That's
yeah.
better than Christmas.
Actually, it's fast, but we always say like 30 days.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Sometimes shipping is delayed.
I got it. Yeah, you can't trust their mail to service. Yeah. Well, I super appreciate it, man. I'm looking forward to putting that carbon fiber wheel in the Roush Mustang. So
yeah, I hope you like it.
Oh, I mean, I can see it, so I can only imagine what it's going to look like when it goes in the car. So, yeah,
So
I'm excited.
Also, we have the showroom in Dallas, so the followers or the people want to go to check it out. Yeah, anytime.
Super. And the website is?
the10composite.com.
I'm going to put that link down there in the video so you guys will get that. But, yeah, go check it out. They got some great products.
Order here. So both Zach and Joe are going to be up here. Once you get your award, you get to take a picture with two great gentlemen.
We
And
are
when
doing
that's all said and done,
the Mustang
I'd like
Week
you to go right over here to this
2024
gentleman.
awards
He's gonna get
presentation.
some
And they just
information from you,
announced
and
at
then, you can head on back. So we're gonna try to
FordMuscle.com
move through this really
a
quickly and not be too long-winded.
contest that is going on for
So
not
with
just
that being said,
Mustang owners, but
let's get this party
enthusiasts. So
started. Okay, we're going to start off
Go
with
check it
the
out.
Award of Excellence. There are
FordMuscle.com.
35 So be ready to rock and roll with me. Our
because it comes
first
with a pretty exclusive
Award of
VIP
Excellence winner
package to
is car
Mustang
number
Week in Texas in
6355,
late
Mr.
April.
George
So,
Hughes from
sweet.
Myrtle Beach in his 69 Mach 1. All right, here he comes. Come on up.
There were several very, very beautiful and nearly looking mint condition 69 Mach 1s in the show field this weekend. So just, it's like they never drove them, but they did, and which is incredible because they looked
So while they're doing that,
like they were
just
brand freaking
reminder,
new.
face forward between the two guys, and then come back over this way, right here.
They're into the best of class awards. So we're all the way up into the 1970 to,
All right, 71 to 73.
there you go,
Car
71,
number
73.
6251, Laura Clark from Pawleys Island, South Carolina, with a 63.
It is a good looking award. I'll show you later if we happen to get close to somebody who's won one. So, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Mustang Week Awards, typically in each class or division, whatever kind of label you want to apply to how they break down the awards categories, they usually do the top 5. And so they start out with number 5, and obviously the last one they call out is the best in that class or the best in that division, so to speak. So that's kind of how they break it down, and then they'll do a best of show, which is the overall winner. So the guy on the recipient's right is from CJ Pony Parts. He's their marketing manager.
Car number 6275.
And the gentleman in the shades with the hat holding the award right now, getting ready to hand it out, is from Ford Motor Company. He is basically one of the heads of Team Mustang. And so he's already announced that Ford has no plans, which most everybody who owns a Mustang or is interested in Mustang knows that Ford has no plans of stopping the production of the V8 Mustang anytime in the next 10 years-ish is what they're saying. So that's the award. That sucker's slick.
All right. Best 10 to 14. We have car number 6247. Jamie Ring from Elkton, Virginia. 2013 Red GT. Quite a few. All right. Best 15 to 23, we have 6394 Eric Jenkins from Charleston, North Carolina, white 2015 GT.
So I didn't enter Rhonda in that class. I entered her in the Roush Steeda Saline class. So that's why that car, not saying that I would have won, but I'm just saying it wasn't entered, so there was no consideration for potentially vying for that award. Yeah, he was parked right behind me this morning. I got a chance to talk with that gentleman. It's a slick truck, man. Slick truck. It's back when the Lightning was really the Lightning. Until Ford screwed up the nameplate. There's a Lightning. It's not the one that won, though.
Okay. Best Ford specialty. We've got 6374 Brian Ross from Myrtle Beach with a 98 SA15 yellow black
Saline, yep. Those are some good looking
Almost
awards.
there.
Good looking awards.
Next up, 10 to 14 Shelby. Car number 6346. Joe Custer from Loris, South Carolina.
Good job, Joe.
Red Candy Metallic Shelby.
There was another 2014 GT350, one of one build in the field too. And Officer Johnny, as we call him, because his name is Johnny,
right.
He did not
15 to 20
obviously
Shelby.
place in that particular category. Like,
6387.
his car was just
Norman Strickland from huge.
Perfect. It was just perfect. There's no other word for it. I think it just goes to show you that sometimes they have no idea what they're looking at, because these cars that are one of one and rare and in mint condition are not pulling in any awards, and you give it to these Shelbys that you see running every day. 700 people own the same damn car.
Show. Car number 6453, Matt Feister from Baton Rouge. The 67 Gray Shelby.
Well, girls didn't bring home anything this year.